This is Jenna Nikina on Eyesurgeontalks, and today I'm doing the second video in my series about myths about myopia. So a little while ago I put out the first part and talking about the first three things that people commonly misconceive about being short-sighted, and the next three things are coming up today. So the first thing is that eye exercises make short sight better. This is quite a common thing to believe. And I think it goes back to a few decades ago when eye exercises were a popular thing that were prescribed by ophthalmologists and opticians. And the thinking was that they strengthen the function of the eye and they help it to focus and they help to prevent short sight. I think this is supported in part in people's thinking by the fact that special glasses that sometimes are tried with little holes in them or little slits, they do actually make your vision better. And so prescribing exercises involving eye movements or wearing those glasses could be thought of, oh, that might be helpful. Actually, eye exercises don't make any difference to short sight. There's no evidence for it at all. The special glasses with little holes and slits, which can be sometimes used in certain exercise regimes, they just work on the physics principle of removing the need for the eye to focus. So they essentially make your eye not short-sighted, not long-sighted, and they sort of approximate the effect of glasses. So that's the first one. So eye exercises are a good idea, perhaps if you're staring at screens a lot and you might be getting some eye strain from just trying to focus at a particular distance. So looking away and looking around every few minutes is useful, but it's not actually going to affect the amount of short sight or myopia that you have. The second part of the discussion today is about laser. So nowadays, refractive laser, LASIK, SMILE, and various other procedures, they can remove your short sight. And so you don't need glasses anymore. And these procedures are very popular. And there's a common misconception that they stop your eye being short-sighted. Now, they do remove the focusing element of it. So they remove the need for glasses. But the rest of your eye still remembers that it is short-sighted. It doesn't forget. And a short-sighted eye is bigger and longer than an average eye. And so the structures inside the eye and the forces inside the eye, they're all related to that unusual shape. And that shape doesn't change. The laser just affects the cornea, the front surface of the eye. The rest of the eye remains as it is. And so all the other risk factors associated with myopia, such as retinal detachment and others, they remain in force after you have the laser correction. So it's important to bear in mind, and it's important to be aware of the symptoms to watch out for worrying things which you may need to get checked up. And the final thing for today's video is that with short sight, the eye is too strong, that it sort of focuses too much. This probably goes back to the school days. I certainly got taught at school that the eye is too strong at focusing in a short-sighted eye. And remember those ray diagrams where the focus coming through the front of the eye, the rays of light getting focused in front of the retina. And so you need to weaken the focusing power of the eye a little bit in order to get the focus where it wants to be on the back of the eye and the retina. Now, that's also not strictly true. It's not the power of the eye, it's not the thickness of the lens inside the eye, it's not the strength of the focus, but it's back to what I alluded to with the laser, in that the eye is longer than average. And so the rays of light are getting focused normally, but because the eye is longer, that focus point is falling in front of the retina. And similarly, actually, for short-sighted eyes, for the long-sighted eyes, so for long sight, hypermetropia, as we call it, the eye is shorter than average. And so the rays of light are falling behind the retina, and you need a different set of glasses to see clearly.